Coach really benched him all fourth quarter. Who are we talking about? Anthony Davis? Nah, he just shot terribly. Anthony Davis just shot terribly. Unless you're talking about someone else. The GOAT. Who you like from the Lakers? That's why I'm here to talk to you guys about. This is all I've seen so far. Poole? Yeah, Poole was gross, bro. Poole was disgusting. Oh, they benched Paulo? Yeah, they benched the whole Magic starters in the fourth. It was crazy. It's one of those things where they're down 30 or down 20 plus, and then the bench players get them into the game, so they're not going to bring in the starters again. They wanted to ride with those bench players, and it makes sense. And they're playing a back-to-back. They played a back-to-back, so they're playing today too. Yeah, Poole was disgusting. I've never had a play or a spot and get 0 points. That's crazy. You're just going to have bad days. And, yeah, Poole had a terrible day. Thompson for points or PRA? Points. I don't mind the PRA either. The points is solid. I love the points. YouTube plays. What is this? Cam Thomas. The Cam Thomas is PRA. PRA. Sar Thompson. $11.5 points for Sar. And an SGA. Just resetting this real quick. Almost hit a 5-leg last night. Clay ruined it by not getting 9 points and assists. Yeah, Clay was clank from the field yesterday. He had a good amount of volume though. But yeah, he was clank from the field. Do you prefer Scotty Barnes or Denny Avdia? What do you mean? Like over or like Moores? Or just as a player in general? I think Denny's matchup today against the Rockets is pretty tough. I don't know what else to say. Scotty Barnes is a decent matchup. Colin Murray-Boyle should have another day. What's his spots at? Their rookie? How do they keep putting his rebounds at 5.5? Yeah, Colin Murray-Boyle looks very interesting. He looks very interesting. The amount of rebound chances he's been getting, it's insane. I'm going to write that down. Something for CMC. Something for CMC. Or Colin Murray-Boyle. CMB. Wow. Diabate double-double. I don't mind it. Cockburner's out, right? Let me see. Cockburner should be out. I'm pretty sure he's out. Yeah, he should be. Let me see again. Let me make sure. One sec. Let me see if Cockburner is out. Oh, what am I? I'm just waking up too, so give me a sec. I'm slow. Charlotte. Cockburner. He's not even on the... Oh, yeah, he's out. All right, yeah. It's just Diabate. He should be starting again. This matchup for Diabate is great. He's probable. Double-double matchup's pretty solid. No Cockburner. He's had 4 out of 7 double-doubles. I guess it's the points that worry you when it comes to his double-double a little bit. But, yeah, he gets a good matchup against Toronto. I love this matchup. No, what's it called? No, Jakob Poeltl on the other side, and no Cockburner on Charlotte's side. I think he's going to dominate the glass here. And he's not one of those centers that, like, he's going to get double team when he touches the ball. The way he gets his points, the way he gets his rebounds is just through, like, putbacks, energy, and just being... He's going to be the biggest guy out there. I like this spot here a lot for Diabate. Let's see what his best lines are. What's the play? Cam Thomas, 23.5 PRA on the more. And then Asar Thompson, 11.5 points. Diabate's points and rebounds at 18.5. That's going to get bumped up soon. That's a really good spot there. Diabate, 18.5 PR. PR for Diabate. Mark Williams, double-double. Not a huge fan of Mark Williams. He doesn't close out games a good amount of times, which kind of just makes me not like it. Double-double against the Grizz. Yeah, I don't see anything crazy for double-double. Did Castle get 5 rebounds last game? That's something I wanted to look. Yeah, Castle got 5 rebounds. Should have taken it. Or 8 rebounds. Jalen Johnson, PRA. We just don't. It's a really good matchup. And it's solid, but we just don't know if Trae Young's gonna play or not. There's all this like it's so awkward now with Trae Young with all this injury or all this injury and trade rumors coming out with Trae Young. He's questionable today, so I think the match for Jalen Johnson is pretty solid. But even without Trae Young, he's only went over his line at 47% of games. I'd probably stay away. This line this line is pretty high. It's basically projecting 25 points. That's crazy. I don't know. I'd probably stay away from that one. It is a really good matchup against the Pelicans, but it seems like it's adjusted for that a good amount. You like Kata to have a good game against the Nuggets? Kata against the Nuggets. No Jokic, no Jokic and what's his name? Valanciunas, but they're gonna have their other guys back pretty much. Aaron Gordon, all those guys back. I don't see anything crazy with this spot for Neemias. Neemias, Kata, the zones are amazing. I don't see anything crazy there. Yeah, I don't see anything crazy there. Maybe go back to Luka Garza. Garza's been hooping. But last game he sold us, but he has 17 rebound chances, only grabbed 4 rebounds. That's crazy. Even his probably 5 rebounds is really good. 5 rebounds for Luka Garza. Ooh, interesting. Let's put that down. Luka Garza. Mushstack. LeBron's rebounds and assists. I'm just waking up here, so just give me a sec. LeBron's rebounds and assists. I feel slow. Rebounds and assists 12.5 against the Spurs. In a back-to-back. He's questionable too, no? I saw an interview saying that it's his second leg of a back-to-back. He's always going to be questionable. I don't see anything crazy here. I mean, he had a good matchup against the Pelicans yesterday for rebounds and assists. He had an amazing matchup, but yeah, I don't really like that spot here. His points line is kind of low, 21.5. He's been killing it without Reeves. If he plays, his points line is pretty low, even though the match was pretty tough. Against Wemby, yeah. Yeah, you saw that too, right? The questionable thing. We'll see about that one. I'd stay away right now with LeBron. I just give it a sec. Where am I from? I don't want to tell y'all. Bro, why can't we see it? They'll ban me if we see it. So, let's say every 5K likes, I'll repeat it again. I just don't want to repeat it all the time, and I can't show y'all. I wish I could, but I can't. If you guys go on the YouTube, I can literally show you guys for free. If you guys go on the YouTube, you can literally see the play with no filter. Or you can join the Discord. It's in there as well. You can find a bunch of stuff. But it's just not going to be here because they don't let me show it. Castle 6 assists, Wemby 18 points. Do we think Wemby's going to play a back-to-back? He just came back yesterday. And he played 21 minutes, had 30 points. Did they release the injury report yet? Let me see. I don't think they did. Yeah. San Antonio hasn't exactly Vixton. San Antonio hasn't released their injury report. The Spurs haven't released the injury report. So we can get good value by kind of seeing if you think Wemby's going to play or not. That's interesting. I think Castle's going to have a great game here. I don't think Wemby's going to play on a back-to-back in his second game coming back. Oh, Vassell's questionable too. Interesting. I don't know if Braun's going to play either, but we'll see about that. Honestly, Castle's points looks pretty solid. Castle should have a field day against the Lakers. Castle should have a great game here. Let me see what else we're looking at. YouTube name, Balonesvida. It's the second link. Can I use chalkboard for display? Yeah, you can. It should be there. Chalkboard should 100%, yeah, be there. Rebounds and assists for Castle looks... Oh, wow. His points line's at 18. 4.5 rebounds? 4.5 rebounds seems so low. Let me change this. 4.5 rebounds looks pretty low. Diabate, I love his points and rebounds for Diabate. How do you do math? How to do math calculations to sports bet? What do you mean? Chalkboard has a free Jaylen Brown? Hell yeah. That's dope. Chalkboard limits your, like, promos, though, I think. Isn't it, like, just very low? Are these locks? There is no such thing as a lock, and that's from the creator itself. That's literally from the creator of this play. There's no such thing as a lock. You have to make sure that you know that. There's no such thing. There's literally no such thing. It's like, yeah, you're literally just guessing at this point. But you're making educated guess with stats, research, things that you look at and you try to be profitable in the long run. No such thing as a lock. I know that sucks to hear. No such thing as a lock. These are my plays today. If we get to 5K likes, I will say the play again. I just don't like repeating. I'll repeat it this time because more people are in here. But Cam Thomas, 23.5 PRA. Is that what is that? Yeah, sorry. Oh my god. Cam Thomas, 21.5 PRA. And then Asar Thompson, 11.5 points. Cam Thomas, 21.5 PRA. 21.5 PRA for Cam Thomas. Asar Thompson, 11.5 points. I love Cam Thomas's spot a bunch. I love both of them, to be honest. Please, Kuminga, 30 plus. That's crazy. Draymond over assist. Isn't Draymond probable or questionable today? Draymond might not play today. He's questionable. His assist spot, I don't see anything crazy, too, if you look at his assist spot. 5.5. Let me know why you like this. I don't see anything crazy. Especially a matchup against the Bucks. Could easily get into foul trouble against Giannis. I'm not a huge fan of that. Can I see it again? Yeah, I got you. Do you see this on YouTube? Here it is on YouTube. Draymond could go over if he's questionable. Yeah, 100%. But we got to wait until he gets ruled and ruled out. You don't want to get, you don't want to ruin your plays. Why is McBride at 10.5? Miles McBride. 10.5? Wow, he's been killing it. If you're just looking at the last 5, I get where you're coming from. But he's shooting so well. Look at this. 6 of 9 from the field. 6 of 9 from the field. Then he shoots 4 of 14, but that's without Towns. 7 of 12. 4 of 8. I don't mind it, though. Yeah, 10.5 from McBride looks pretty good. 10.5 from McBride looks really good. I mean, 56% of his points come from above the break threes. That's a top 4 matchup. Josh Hart is still out as well. Yeah, he's hit this line in all 6 games without Josh Hart. McBride does not look terrible at all. Let me see what it's at. Shea's questionable. Yeah, Shea just got downgraded. 10.5 points for McBride looks insane. That doesn't really make sense. Yeah, I'm kind of with you. I mean, a lot of people are probably going to be on that. It's got to be one of the most popular plays, right? Yeah. 11,000 people are on that already. I don't mind it. I don't mind Miles McBride, 10.5. Yeah, it's not terrible. I think it's pretty solid, actually. It's a solid matchup against the Clippers, too, and the game should stay close. You're playing in New York. They're actually 6-point favorites. It's a solid matchup, too. YSR's Thompson's points, I think they're low. I think they have his line too low. Just pretty much without... He's going to be playing without Duren and Tobias, but this line is based off of his last 2 games without Duren and Tobias in their past 2 games because he got into foul trouble. He only played 22 minutes against the Cavs. He got 5 fouls. And in the second game, he only played 20 minutes because they won by 31 points. They didn't have to play that much. So the 2 games without Duren and Tobias, we haven't seen normal minutes for Asar. They're pretty much projecting 11.5 points. When this season, he's won over 11.5 points in 47% of games. He's won more than 11.5 points in 47% of games. And now you're taking out Duren, their starting center, and Tobias Harris, their starting power forward, in a matchup against the Bulls, who allowed the most points in the restricted area, where he scored 62% of his points. I just think it's a really undervalued spot here for Asar. Is Castle's points and assists good? I think it's pretty good. I think it's good. I don't think Wemby plays today in the second leg of a back-to-back when he just came back yesterday. I don't know. Yeah, he should be in a really good spot here for Castle. Points and assists, 25.5. Let me see. Castle's first quarter line's at 5. Rebounds and assists for Castle looks pretty good too. 11.5 rebounds and assists for Castle. 11.5 rebounds and assists for Castle. Is not bad at all, especially against the Lakers. Lakers give 8th most assists to players in the restricted area. He generates 45% of his assists passing to players in the restricted area. A lot of it is Wemby, so I guess we're going to have to see there. I still don't mind 11.5 rebounds and assists for Castle. Even taking his whole thing at PRA is not terrible. I'm going to write that down and take a look at it in a sec. It's a home game for Orlando? Yeah, it's a home game for Orlando. Nope, they're playing in Brooklyn. What's the free play? We get to 5K likes. I'll say it again. I just don't like repeating it. 5K likes and I'll say it again. Murphy 19.5. I don't like this matchup. The matchup against the Hawks is decent. He went berserk yesterday. Wow. He had 42 points last night against the Lakers. Bro, he was going crazy. He shot 17 3-point attempts. But this matchup against the Hawks, it's not great. It's not terrible, though. 19.5 points just because he went for 42. I don't know. And he hit the spot in 60% of games, but you have Zion in. He's only hit the spot in 50% of games with Zion. It's not an amazing matchup for him. He does score 37% of his points in the restricted area, which is a top 3 matchup, but that's not even his best zone. I'm not a huge fan of this spot here for Trey Murphy, to be honest. I'd rather take Zion if you can get Zion if he plays. Yeah, Musa Diabate looks great. Michael Porter Jr. PRA, I'd rather do Cam Thomas. That's why I have Cam Thomas here. Cam Thomas PRA I like. Bump to 12.5, still take it for a SAR? No. That's a whole... I don't take bumps, first of all. That's a whole difference. 12.5 is a whole 1 point difference on such a low line already. I wouldn't take that. They bumped up everything for a SAR. Yeah, that's crazy. They bumped up everything for a SAR. Maybe take his 20.5 PRA. I don't mind the 20.5 PRA. That's probably the best one so far right now. 20.5 PRA is not bad. Thoughts on KD over 9.5? It's one of the most popular plays on the board. But rebounds and assists at 9.5. Yeah, he's hit this line in 6 straight. You take out Sengun, he's hit this line in 4 out of 5. Yeah, 9.5 rebounds and assists isn't terrible. You can't go wrong with this, especially with the increased usage on the glass and just with the ball in his hands without Sengun. I don't mind that. Rebounds and assists, yeah, he's averaging, what is this? 10.4 rebounds and assists in the 5 games without Sengun. Well, this season is averaging 9.7. Without Sengun, he's averaging 10.4. It's not terrible. I mean, the matchup against Portland is pretty decent, too. It's average. Nothing crazy, but yeah, I don't mind it. Can you check Brunson's points? 28.5 points for Brunson. Gets a matchup against the Clippers. Nothing really crazy. I mean, he's hit this line at 56% of games, sure. I don't really think Josh Hart really matters, but yeah, 56% of games. 28.5 points. It's favored. If you can get it at 28.5, that's solid. But above the break 3 matchup is good. The paint matchup is pretty solid. The play types aren't amazing. 55% on this spot. It just seems decent. Yeah, it does like favor the over because yeah, he's hit this line in 56% of games. He gets a solid matchup, but not an amazing matchup. It's decent. Giannis over point. I don't do defensive stats, so I have no idea. Amen Thompson. I don't do defensive stats, so and it's also not fun doing. So 18.5 for Amen Thompson. Really hasn't been doing anything crazy without Sengun. He's been doing pretty well recently in general. 18.5 points against the Blazers. It's a pretty good match for Amen's in general. Transition is a good matchup. Pick and roll is a good matchup. Free throw is a good matchup for Amen Thompson. 18.5 just seems just right, though. I don't see anything crazy with 18.5. I don't see anything crazy for 18.5. If anything, I do Durant. I like Durant more. If you're gonna take anyone for points against Portland, but he's gonna get the Tumani Kamara matchup, so maybe not. Honestly, yeah, Men Thompson is probably the best guy that I take, but his line just doesn't seem appealing to me. Amen Thompson, yeah, he's favored on the under. Maybe his PR at 25.5. Maybe his PR about 25.5, but even then, like, I don't really like this matchup here against Portland that much. It's decent, 25.5 this season. Like, recently, he's been taking a huge step in his past, 21 games? 67% of games going over his PR. It's a solid matchup, though, against Portland. It really is. Like, the play types are amazing. All of his play types are green. So, yeah, Men's not terrible. I'm going to write it down, but nothing amazing. VJ points and assists 21.5. Edgecom. Points and assists for VJ Edgecom 21.5. Do they have any injuries besides Oubre? Let's see. Oubre is questionable today. That's the first time Oubre's been questionable in a long time. That rotation is going to be weird if he plays. Yeah, Oubre is questionable. Yeah, I'd stay away from all those Sixers players. Especially when it comes to Edgecom. I know he's going to play a lot of minutes still, probably. And he's playing against the Wizards. But all these guys are healthy. Or, actually, Embiid is questionable, too. Yeah, I'd probably just stay away. Just wait until the injury news. I stay away from Edgecom. I stay away from, what's his name? Paul George. And, of course, stay away from Paul George. And then Quentin Grimes, too. I'd stay away from those guys. Is Keyshawn George still out? And Corey Kispert? Washington just beat the Magic. Washington hasn't submitted their injury report yet. Dylan Brooks points. Yeah, let's look at Dylan Brooks. We have so many games today. I'm excited. It's going to be a big day today. Playing in Memphis, that's interesting. Playing in Memphis is very interesting. It's not the best matchup in the world, but I'm pretty sure he lit them up last game. Oh, he hasn't faced them in Memphis yet. That was last season when he faced them. He didn't even do that well last season, but, I mean, way different season. In Memphis, 20 points. No Jalen Green still, of course. Nothing else on the injury report. 20 points this season. I don't see anything crazy for Dylan Brooks besides the revenge narrative, but I feel like there's going to be better plays than just the revenge narrative. 20 points, 53% of games. Nothing crazy, I feel like. Yeah, I don't really see anything crazy. The matchup against Memphis is alright. They do allow a lot of threes, but it's not like he shoots a bunch of threes. He shoots a lot of mid-range, too. Play types aren't amazing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really like it. How do you feel about Giannis today against the Warriors? It's not the best of matchup for Giannis. We took him last game against the Kings, but I don't really like this matchup against the Warriors. They're gonna double up on him. They're gonna send him a bunch of bodies. That's just what the Warriors do. They did the same thing with the Warriors have a great defense, even with how small they are. They did the same thing with Kawhi and limited him pretty well the other day. Not a huge fan of this spot for Giannis. Rebounds wise is not terrible, but even rebounds is not great. I don't really like anything for Giannis. 30 points. It seems like they're still being careful with him. I mean, he played 32 minutes last game, which was his most since coming back from injury, but he's not playing his 35, 36, 37, 38 minutes yet. I'd probably stay away from him. I'm not a huge fan of his 30 bomb here. Cam Thomas played 21.5 PRA. Giannis 4.5 assists are going to trap him a lot. His line's at 4.5 assists. Yeah, if you can get 4.5 assists, I guess it's not terrible. But he does generate a lot of his assists to passing to players on the 3-point line. 50% of them, and that's a bottom 6 matchup. He did have 7 assists on 10 potentials last game in 39 minutes, though. So it's kind of hard to judge here. Honestly, Chris, I don't know if I'd take this. I do love your plays, but I don't know if I take this one. Maybe I'm just tripping. But yeah, the 5 assists, I'm not a huge fan of. He did have 12 potentials last game and 13 potentials the game before against Charlotte. Yeah, not a huge fan. Just the zones matchup's not the best thing. If you watch the video on YouTube, you can find the play. It's there too. Do you like Bobby Portis? Probably not. He was on a heat streak. I didn't take him last game. He only played 16 minutes. Yeah, I'm not taking Bobby Portis. He had foul trouble too, actually. I don't like this matchup for Bobby Portis against the Warriors. The Warriors defense is good. Pods points? I don't really want to even look at that, to be honest. Con? Someone said Concaniple points. I'll look at that. It's not terrible. Concaniple this season hit this in 63% of games. You look at his last 20, he's hit this in 65. Concaniple's going to be a stud, bro. The spotted matchup is decent for Concaniple. Did they do their injury report, Charlotte? Yeah, I think they did. Yeah, Charlotte without Tijon, or just Cockburner and Mason Plumlee so far. 18.5 points for Concaniple. It's not terrible. It's a good spot-up matchup, good free throw matchup, good pick-and-roll roll-man matchup. It should be a close game. 2-point spread. Head-to-head, he's hit this in all 3 games. 21, 20, and 24 points. It's a solid matchup for sure. It should be decently close. Average matchup, but he's hit this line more often than not. I don't mind 18.5 points on an average matchup. What was I looking at? My mind is so slow right now. Yeah, I don't mind it. 65% in this last 20. Not bad at all. Royce O'Neal, 8.5 points. Great matchup for him. The Grizzlies are ranked 23rd above the break. The thing I'm worried about that Royce O'Neal is that Grayson Allen just came back. I guess it didn't matter that Grayson Allen was back last game. He still played 31 minutes. I'm actually curious on that. 8.5 points. Hit this in 70% of games, Royce O'Neal. Yeah. 64% of his points come from above the break threes. That's a top 7 matchup. Let me see that. If you give him just a top 9 above the break 3 matchup or top 10 above the break 3 matchup, he's hit this in 77% of games, averaging 11.8 points for Royce O'Neal in his 13 games. It's a good, it's a solid matchup for sure for Royce. 8.5. Can you get that right now? I don't mind that Royce spot. Thank you, thank you. Oh, 11.5 points and assists is probably better. Alright, because it's at 9. 11.5 points and assists, 77% of games when he faces a top 10 above the break 3 matchup. And yeah, the Memphis Grizzlies are top 7. Let me see how much Grayson played last game. One sec. This is gonna be Grayson's second game back since coming back. Did anyone get into foul trouble or something here? Royce O'Neal played 31. Grayson played 22 still. He was 0 of 6, Grayson was. Interesting. Grayson had a terrible shooting day. I don't mind it. It's not terrible. Of course, my concern is with Grayson Allen. But I'll write that down. It's not terrible. I'll probably be live on here later today. I need more energy. I need to look at more stuff. I'll be live on here later today again. If y'all want to drop me a follow here or subscribe to YouTube, I drop these plays every single day on YouTube. Michael Porter Jr. I don't like. It's not a good matchup against Orlando. I'd rather take Cam Thomas. That's the guy I want to take against Orlando here. Yeah. Michael Porter Jr. 59% on this line, but 44% of Michael Porter Jr.'s points come from above the break threes. His best play type is spotting up. It's a bottom 4 matchup. The above the break 3 matchup is bottom 3. I don't really like Michael Porter Jr. here. Asar Thompson. Asar rebounds or Paul Reed's. I like Asar. I really like Asar here. Paul Reed's not terrible, but I like Asar a lot here. Especially with the limited minutes too. He's still grabbing 8 and 7 rebounds. Asar's spot is really good. 20.5 PRA even looks good too. 11.5 points was the best value, but I think 20.5 PRA is still really good for Asar Thompson. I might just run that back. Miles McBride, I don't mind. Peyton Watson over 22.5. A lot of the guys are questionable, so he's had free reign to do whatever he wants, especially last game against the Sixers. All their starters were out. The game against the Nets, Aaron Gordon and Christian Brown just had came back, so they were on limited minutes. This will be their second game back if they play. I'm talking about Aaron Gordon and Christian Brown. So I just stay away from this. Like, I just wait until these guys get ruled in, ruled out. Christian Brown, Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon, they're all questionable. There's no way I can make a judgment on a play with 3 of their starters being questionable. You're deciding too much on the injury report at that point. Alex Sarr points. Sarr's been hooping. I'd honestly do Alex Sarr's points if I don't mind it. Alex Sarr's points looks pretty solid. Played 31 minutes yesterday. They're 14-point underdogs, but still, I don't mind this. Especially against Embiid. He dominated Embiid last game. I honestly want Embiid to play. If Embiid plays, I love this spot here for Sarr. I think he should dominate Embiid again. Embiid's just so lazy, and Sarr should just have his way against him. I don't mind Sarr. I don't mind Sarr if Embiid plays. I'm gonna write that down. But there's so many games today. There's so much value here. Cheeky play. Justin Champagny under 2.5 first. Sorry, I'm not gonna look at that. I'm not gonna lie. Does bro not see my comment? There's just a lot of comments coming in. It's just hard to see all of them. Yeah, Con looks good. Con Knippel. Oh, assist wise. What's his assist line for Con? 3.5 assists for Con. Head to head, he's hit this in 2 out of 3, sure. 13 potentials, 10 potentials, 9 potentials. It's not terrible in his head to head. But besides this, he doesn't really do too much, especially with all these guys in. LaMelo, Miller. 3.5 assists, you're saying? He's hit this in 7 out of 16 games. I'd rather do the points for Con. Kawhi and Brunson 27. Yeah, I don't mind that. It's the same game too, so that game stays close. Yeah, I don't mind 27 for Kawhi and Brunson. The matchup for Kawhi is alright. But he's just playing so many minutes. Kawhi's playing damn near 40 minutes a game, which is awesome. James Harden is questionable too, which could be even more helpful. And I don't mind 27 for Kawhi and Brunson. Brunson 28.5 points, over in 6 out of 7 games against bottom 5 pull-up defenses. I don't know. If it's just pull-up defenses, it's not crazy. I mean, he only does pull up 46% of his times for his spot up. It's not amazing. Like, if you look at Cam Thomas, that dude relies on a pull-up 61% of the time. The matchup for Brunson isn't terrible, but like if you're just relying on a pull-up, that you're kind of just looking for other things. I mean, yeah, Brunson is what? 10 of 12 against top 10 pull-up teams. It's a close game. It's a projected close game against the Clippers, too. I actually don't mind it. This looks green. It is a pretty good matchup for pull-up. I don't know why. Probably just because Zubac plays a lot of drop coverage. Yeah, Brunson is not bad. It's not bad. You're right. You're right, Chris. You're right again. Brunson is not bad at all. It's at 29.5 though. Yeah, I would have taken it at 29.5. That's a whole bump. Never mind. What do you like from the Sixers game? Not much right now. There's a lot of injury news on the Sixers side. I don't mind Sarr. I don't mind Alex Sarr, especially if I don't mind Alex Sarr. I don't mind Bob Carrington. Especially if Embiid plays. Embiid's defense is just atrocious. Oh, you can't see the play on YouTube? I got you here. This is it. Sarr's rebounds. Rebounds for Sarr. 7.5 rebounds for Sarr. 62% of games going more on this line. I don't see anything crazy on this 7.5 rebounds line. They do allow a lot of rebounds. The Sixers, 8th most rebounds in the league. I don't really see anything crazy though. With Keyshawn George out, it's still not crazy. And Washington hasn't came out with the injury report yet, have they? Or did I already see this? I don't think Washington came out with the injury report yet. Yeah, yet to submit. Yeah, I didn't say anything. Ace Bailey? Isn't Bailey like... Hasn't Bailey been missing games? He's questionable. Ace Bailey hasn't played in like a week or so. And he's questionable today. I just wait. But yeah, the rest of my plays are going to be in my premium. If you guys are interested in that, I'll probably live later. I'm going to hop off here shortly just because I'm mad tired. So the rest of my plays are going to be in the premium if you're interested in joining. What is this? There are 15 free day passes remaining if you want to join that. There are 13 free day passes remaining to the premium if you guys want to join there. And use code NBA, you get 75% off your first purchase. 13 free spots. Code NBA gets you 75% off. Appreciate you guys hopping on in. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Drop a follow if you guys are new here. I'll be live streaming later. Before the games, we'll have way better injury news. We'll have a way better, clearer picture about injury news, say about like 2 hours before the game. So yeah, we'll just wait for that. We'll wait for that. All right, appreciate you guys hopping on in. Hope y'all have a wonderful day. Peace out.